A guy who I consider a hidden jewel in MLS in his position. He goes about his business and gets the job done each and every time from the Portland Timbers. Michael Harrington joins us. Michael, welcome to Red Card, my friend.
Thanks for having me.
Pleasure to have you on. Michael, I've watched you closely this year, and I got to tell you, I mean it when I say it sincerely. You go about your business, you're not flashy, you get the job done, and you're reliable back there. And I've talked to many of your teammates, Will Johnson, Ryan Johnson, you name it. They're all comfortable with having you back there in that position. Who do you attribute to playing the style you have in your professional career? Is it a youth coach? Is it a pro coach that helped you modify your game to like this?
Well, I'd say it's probably a combination of, definitely Caleb this year has definitely given me a lot of confidence and brought me along. Obviously, I was in Kansas City for a while with Peter Vermees, and fortunately for me, Kansas City and Portland this year, play pretty similar style of soccer in terms of pressing and a very aggressive style. And here in Portland, we like to keep the ball, and so I think I would attribute a lot of that to Peter and him developing me in the position, over my last couple years in Kansas City. Just really trying to simplify my game a bit. Coming out of college, I was a little bit flashier. I was a little bit more of an attacking style player. But over the years, I've simplified it, like you said, a bit. Playing more 1 and 2 touch, and you're focusing on my defending. And so I think I would attribute it to those two guys.
Michael, you guys are sitting at 54 points. What a season you and your teammates have had so far. There has been a couple peaks and valleys. There was a time there where you guys were struggling for 4 or 5 games, but then all of a sudden you guys have turned it up a notch. And now, how important is it to finish off strong in your game against Chivas USA coming up?
Well, very important. We're all excited. We've been very focused in training all week. We know that if we come out and we get the job done this weekend, we can be the Western Conference champions. That's in our hands, and we're excited about that challenge. And depending on a few other results, who knows, we could possibly be Supporter Shield champions as well. So that's a big deal for us, and we're excited to be in the playoffs. But we feel like we have the quality to attain some more of our goals coming up here in the next month or so.
I got to tell you, Michael, your team has all the ingredients from what I've seen this season to go a long way and win it all. You've got some young stars on the rise like Darlington Nagbe. He's dangerous with his speed. You got a veteran goalie who makes acrobatic save after acrobatic save in Ricketts. Then you got, for me, the 3 best guys in those positions, Will Johnson, Diego Chiara, and Diego Valeri. How confident are you guys right now, the way things are clicking, that if you guys play your game, you can beat anybody?
We're extremely confident. We're coming off, I think, a 7-game unbeaten streak right now. I think maybe 3 out of our last 4 games have been shutouts, and so we're defending well as a group and as a team, and our back four has been strong. And then, like you said, you've got guys like Will Johnson and Diego Chara in front of us, which they make the job easier for us. And we've just done a good job of team defending and pressing high up the field, and we're really sticking to our identity, and that's really paying a lot of dividends for us. So we're very confident going into the playoffs.
And you speak about confident, Michael, the position you play, whether it's Donovan Ricketts in there or I consider him a friend of mine, Milos Kocic, the local guy from here, you guys play confident in front of both. That's got to say a lot for both goalies, how you guys really step up and play as hard as you guys do.
Yeah, absolutely. Either one of those guys is in the net. We're confident with both of those guys, and obviously Ricketts has come up with a lot of big saves this season. So, really happy to have a goalkeeper back there that can bail us out if need be.
Michael, I've had a lot of contacts in the past number of weeks from Italy where I'm in close tabs with, and they tell me they have never seen anything like this when it comes to Portland versus Vancouver, Seattle versus Portland, the whole Cascadia thing. They think that this is something unbelievable. They have mentioned to me on many of occasions they don't even get that unless it's a derby back home, Inter Milan versus Milan. How great is it, Michael, to play in that Pacific Northwest with rabid fans. And to me, I'm pretty sure when you play a great game and you win, the coffee's on the house when you're out.
Yeah, it's great. I'm coming from Kansas City, and the fans were great there too. But here in Portland, it's been something special this year. Selling out every game, and it's just a different buzz around the city, and especially now, come playoff time, we've gotten ourselves in, and so that's a new thing for the club, and so it's great to be a part of it. The Cascadia, it's amazing. We go on the road to Seattle or Vancouver. It's the same way, and so it's great to be a part of that rivalry, and it's great for the game.
Michael, let's talk about how hard it is for your body in the position you play, the wear and tear it takes from week to week, different city to different city, playing on different surfaces, whether it's all beautiful grass facilities or it's the AstroTurf. How hard is that week in and week out on your body?
Well, it's funny you asked that. I'm literally just coming off the massage table right now. It's tough. You have to take care of yourself every week. You have to be a good professional and make sure you're putting the right things in your body in terms of food and hydrating, and you need to get your massages and just really take care of yourself if you're going to be able to sustain a full season. I've been in the league for 7 years now, and the season's only getting longer. Our off season's really only about a couple weeks or so. But it's the life of a professional, and you just got to be a professional and take care of your body, and.
Is there a young guy on the team that you've taken under your wings, Michael, to help out if they're starting out fresh and you are a couple years in, to help and mold them, like the things you mentioned about nutrition, exercise, relaxation, in between studying video? Have you helped them along the way?
Yeah, absolutely. We've got a good mixture in our locker room of veteran guys, experienced guys, and we've got those young guys in here too, like an Andrew Jean-Baptiste, who's played a big part for us this season. And all you can really try to do is lead by example. And I remember being a young guy, and your mentality is just a little bit different. And obviously, being around for a while, you see how things work, and really you learn how to win, and you learn the small details it takes to win every week in and week out. And so I try to implement those things along with the other veteran guys here, and I think the young guys have done a great job in our locker room this year of following suit and becoming good professionals.
You spent some time with the different age groups on USA teams, and I got to tell you, Michael, for the first time for me in the last number of years, I can truly say that I've seen a number of U.S. team jerseys on young kids in my travels in the U.S. of A. I think it's a great thing. I think what Jurgen Klinsmann has done, and players like Michael Bradley with AS Roma, Clint Dempsey coming back, Josie Altidore, I think for the first time in a long time, the world has taken notice that USA Soccer is here and they're on the rise. Watch out.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm excited. Excited to see, obviously the World Cup coming up, and it's exciting times for soccer in the U.S. right now.
Let's talk about your time in the NCAA. I noticed that you went to the University of North Carolina. I've had on the coach there, Carlos Samuano, a couple times, and he stresses and talks about what a wonderful atmosphere, what a wonderful environment it is for a young man to pursue the NCAA route and then make his way to MLS or even Europe. How important was that in your life to attend the University of North Carolina?
It was very important. I was there for 4 years, and I was coming out of residency, and actually with a lack of confidence because I wasn't starting for that team and wasn't playing, but was able to come right into North Carolina and start right away, and it was great for my confidence. I made the transition to outside back in college, actually. And really just honed my game and kind of grew up as a man off the field and on the field. And so, after 4 years, I was ready to become a professional. And there's no doubt that that college soccer is on the rise as well. It's the quality is getting better and better, and it was definitely an important part of me becoming me getting to where I am right now for sure.
Michael, you mentioned the word quality, and I've spoken to a lot of players over across the pond, and they have finally started to take MLS seriously. They have finally realized that if you're going to make your way over here, it's not a vacation a time for you. It's a time to really take things seriously. Marco DeVaio has seen that, but he's lit up the league, and he's been outstanding. I spoke to Jimmy Nielsen of Sporting Kansas City, and he was telling me that when he told his friends that he was making his way over here, that he was told by them, enjoy your vacation. 2 weeks after that, he called them back to tell them, this ain't no vacation. These guys play for keeps. Give me your thoughts on how the league has grown in leaps and bounds, and world-class players are arriving here, and they want to play here.
Yeah, I mean, it's like I said, I've been playing in the league for 7 years now, and just the difference between now and when I first got in the league, it's already it's leaps and bounds really above what it was, and you see the playoff race this year, and you got every team really in the West that's fighting for playoff spots because the quality and the parity in the league is it's outstanding, and so. I don't know where they got the vacation idea from, but it's certainly not that. And you see players from overseas come over here, and not all of them work out, not all of them pan out. And I think that's for a reason. That's because we have quality here, and it's only getting better. And so that's very exciting for MLS.
Michael, you were born in North Carolina. We see MLS expanding. We hear the great news yesterday from Orlando, and I'm pretty sure by 2015 they'll have their franchise ready to kick off. We hear of the second franchise in New York and many other cities that want a franchise. Do you think anytime soon that there might be an opportunity for a city in North Carolina to step up to the plate to get an MLS franchise?
I'm not sure. That would definitely be exciting. I know soccer in North Carolina, it's a hotbed. I'm coming from there, and I played my youth soccer there, and they love it, especially in the Triangle area around Raleigh. Is where I was playing, and they love it there. And so you got cities like Charlotte as well, and so. It would be great, coming from North Carolina, being from there, it would be something exciting for me to see personally, and I'm hoping that'll happen in the future.
Michael, we'll close it out with this. We thank you so much for your time, but we can't let you go without giving a tip or two to the young defenders out there that aspire one day to dream to be like Michael Harrington and play the game they love so much. If their confidence is down, Michael, and maybe they didn't have a great game, or if mom and dad really get on to them into the car ride home because they didn't play up to snuff, what advice would you like to give that young man in that position that you play to keep going strong as they can be?
Well, I would just say, it's not always going to go well. That's one thing you learn over the course of a career, and you're not always playing your best soccer, and the games don't always go the way you want them to sometimes. But what I've learned is if you persevere, you continue focusing on the details of your game and trying to get better each day, whether it be in training or in a game. I think that's the kind of attitude and mentality that can turn out to be something successful. So if I have a bad game, I just move on to the next day and to the next training session and try to work on the things that I need to get better at and do better at in the next game. And so that's just the kind of mentality I think you need to be successful.
Well said, Michael Harrington. You're a class act. Good luck the rest of the way. We'd love to see you raise up the MLS Cup trophy with all your teammates. And as I tweeted out about 20 minutes ago, and I truly mean this, I've watched a number of games, you're a hidden jewel. You're a guy that gets the job done, not by flash, but by results. Keep up the good work. And Michael, again, we thank you so much for joining us, my friend.
Yeah, well, thanks a lot for having me. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Pleasure. That is Michael Harrington. This guy is the real deal. He's with the Portland Timbers. They have a big-time task ahead of them, getting ready for the playoffs. I believe this is a dangerous team with a Canadian and Will Johnson and many, many other parts to this team, and a wonderful, wonderful coach in Caleb Porter. Watch out for the Portland Timbers and Michael Harrington. We'll take